Hello everyone and welcome to your first grammar lesson. We are going to be talking about sentences. Now, except for one-word commands like sit, come, go, a complete sentence in English needs at least two words. A subject, like a noun or a pronoun, and a predicate, like a verb. For example, she sits. She is the pronoun or the subject, and sits is the predicate or the verb. Of course, most sentences are longer than just two words, but every sentence tells a complete thought. Groups of words that do not make complete sentences are called phrases. The subject of a sentence is the person, thing, or idea that the sentence is about. It is always a noun or a pronoun or a noun phrase. In a statement, a subject usually comes before the verb. Make sure your subject agrees with the verb. Now, what does it mean when we say a subject must agree with the verb? Subjects and verbs must agree with one another in number. So if a subject is singular, its verb must also be singular. If a subject is plural, its verb must also be plural. So this is called subject-verb agreement. Now let's look at some sentences. Amy is my sister. Amy is the subject or the noun. Is my sister is the predicate. The verb here is. Let's look at another example. She is my sister. Again, she here is the subject. Is my sister is the predicate. Another example. The girl with the long hair is my sister. Here, the subject is the girl with the long hair, and the predicate is my sister. Now, the young girl with the long hair sitting over there is my sister. This whole phrase was the subject, or a noun phrase, and is my sister is the predicate. Now, the predicate tells what the subject does, or what happens to the subject, or how the subject is. The predicate contains at least the verb and often other words that follow the verb. Let's look at some predicates now. Amy studies. Here, studies is the predicate, and it's only one verb. Let's look at another example. Amy studies English. Studies, again, is the verb, and some extra information, which is English. So, studies English is the predicate. Look at this example. Amy studies English in her room for several hours every night. So here, studies English in her room for several hours every night is the predicate. A sentence always begins with a capital letter and ends with a period. Look at this example. My parents both work outside the home. So the sentence starts with a capital letter. M in my is capitalized, and it has a period at the end. Look at this other example. People don't like to be alone. Here, the beginning of the sentence, the P of people is capitalized, and you have a period at the end. Let's review what we learned so far. You will see some exercises. Please pause the video and do the exercises. Then play the video to check your answers. Now let's look at different types of sentences. Let's start with a statement first. A statement is a type of sentence that gives a basic fact or opinion. It can be affirmative or positive. Now, affirmative is another name for positive. So every time I say affirmative, that means positive. So a sentence can either be affirmative or negative, or a sentence can either be positive or negative. Let's look at some positive and negative examples. I live far from my parents. This is an affirmative sentence. She's an excellent teacher. This again is an affirmative sentence. Our neighbors weren't at home last night. This is a negative sentence. They are not going to travel anywhere this summer. Again, this is a negative sentence. Now, questions. Another type of sentence that needs an answer is a question. There are yes/no questions, choice questions, and WH questions. Let's start with the yes/no questions first. Yes/no questions normally begin with a to-be verb or an auxiliary verb like do, did, have, be, am, is, are, and etc. Now, in response to these questions, you need to begin with a yes or a no. So the answer to yes/no questions is only yes or no. Let's look at some examples. Are you married? Yes, I am, or no, I'm not. So this is a yes/no question. Another example. Does she drive to work? Yes, she does, or no, she doesn't. So this again is a yes/no question because the answer is either a yes or a no. Another example. Did they call you before leaving the party? Yes, they did, or no, they didn't. So that's another yes/no question. Now, let's look at the second type of questions. Choice questions give you two or more options to choose from. They usually look almost like the yes/no questions, but they include or. Now remember, do not use yes or no when answering these questions. Let's look at some examples of these questions. Are you married or single? Here you cannot say yes or no. You have to give an answer. You have to say, I am married or I am single. So this is a choice question because of the or in the middle. Let's look at another question. Does she take the bus or subway to work? The answer could be she takes the bus or she takes the subway. So again, another choice question. Another example. Did they call you before or after leaving the party? All right, now let's look at the third type of questions, which are the WH questions. To get information about specific details, we ask WH questions. These details include time, place, person, frequency, and etc. Let's look at some examples. What is your marital status? How does she get to work? When did they call you? So these are examples of WH questions. Let's review what we learned so far. You will see some exercises. Please pause the video and do the exercises. Then play the video to check your answers. Let's look at paragraphs. What is a paragraph? A paragraph, or actually a typical paragraph, is a group of about 6 to 12 sentences about one topic. Now, all the sentences in a strong paragraph must be about that same topic. A good paragraph has a topic sentence and some supporting sentences. The topic sentence is normally the first sentence of the paragraph and directly tells the reader the main idea of that paragraph. The other sentences in the paragraph, which are the supporting sentences, give more information about the topic. They actually add specific details and explanations. Okay, so first let's talk about topic sentences. The topic sentence is usually the first sentence in a paragraph. It presents the topic and explains what the writer will say about the topic. This explanation is called the controlling idea. The controlling idea tells us what aspect of the topic the writer will talk about. In other words, it explains what the writer will say about the topic. It tells the reader what to expect in the supporting sentences. Now let's read some topic sentences together and try to find the topic in the sentence and the controlling idea. My friend is an honest person. Here, my friend is the topic that we're talking about. The controlling idea is an honest person. Another example. My friend is the funniest person I know. Again, my friend is the topic. The extra information is that he is the funniest person I know. Another example. My friend has a terribly dangerous job. Again, the topic is my friend. The extra explanation is that he has a terribly dangerous job, which is the controlling idea. Another example. My friend threw an amazing party last night. Again, the topic is my friend because we are talking about my friend. And the controlling idea about my friend is that he threw an amazing party last night. Now, in all of these sentences, the topic, again, is my friend. However, in each topic sentence, the writer talks about a different aspect. This means the rest of the paragraphs will be about different things related to my friend. So, a topic sentence should include one clear topic and an opinion or idea about the topic. Let's look at some strong and weak topic sentences and see which ones are good and which ones are weak. It is important to have good friends and also to do well in school. So as you can see here, you have two topics. Good friends is one topic. Doing well in school is another topic. So this topic sentence has two topics. You cannot have two topics. So this is a weak topic sentence. Now let's look at another example. My best friend in school was Tom. Now, the topic here is Tom because we are talking about Tom. And the controlling idea is that Tom, which is the topic, was my best friend in school. So this is a strong topic sentence. Let's look at another example. Doing well in school has an important role in your future. So, what is the topic here? Doing well. Doing well is the topic. Has an important role in your future is the controlling idea. So, this is a strong topic sentence. A topic sentence must not be a simple fact or a specific detail. The controlling idea must say something about the topic that can be supported, developed, or demonstrated in the supporting sentences. On the other hand, it must not be too general either. Let's look at some other topic sentence examples. A surprise party is a kind of party. So here, the topic is surprise party, and the controlling idea is a kind of party. So this is actually a fact. Everybody knows that a surprise party is a kind of party. So basically, again, this is a fact. It is too general, and so it is not a good topic sentence. Let's look at another topic sentence. There were 14 guests at my surprise birthday party. So here, my birthday party or my party is the topic. And the controlling idea is that there were 14 guests at my party. So what can you say about this? Can you expand this? No. There were 14 guests at my party is too specific. So this topic sentence is a weak topic sentence. Now let's look at a strong topic sentence. My classmates gave me an unforgettable surprise party for my 18th birthday. So what is the topic here? The topic here is my classmates, because we are talking about my classmates. And the controlling idea is that they gave me an unforgettable surprise party for my 18th birthday. So this controlling idea is not too specific, it's not too general. You can talk about it, you can talk about different details of how your party was, and therefore this topic sentence is a strong topic sentence. Let's review what we learned so far. You will see some exercises. Please pause the video and do the exercises. Then play the video to check your answers. Now let's look at supporting sentences. Supporting sentences add information about the topic and the controlling idea. Supporting sentences should say why the controlling idea is true by giving reasons, details, definitions, or explanations. You should first make prompt questions about your controlling idea. The controlling idea here is my best friend in school. So your prompt question is, why was Tom your best friend in school? After you know your prompt question, you can give some details as the answer to your question. You should write down every detail that comes into your mind. You can say, he was my best friend in school because he was kind and funny, because he helped me with everything, because we spent most of our time together playing. So after you have your details, you should put them together and link them together using transition signals like first of all, in addition, moreover, for example, finally, and so on. So now you have your supporting sentences. You may also write more details about your supporting sentences when you're writing the actual sentences in your paragraph. Let's review what we learned so far. You will see some exercises. Please pause the video and do the exercises. Then play the video to check your answers.